You.
They weren't ready for that word. They weren't ready for that word.
No challenge.
No challenge today. No.
Well, I'm just trying to beat though.
Oh, no. The sheriff said that now I'm back. He's gonna lose his title.
No, I'm just trying to beat title. I'm just trying to beat y'all. I said we got
The one
and when I say we have a push-up challenge next. All right, you have a push-up challenge.
Everybody got a chance to win.
At least everybody got a chance.
Yeah.
At least everybody got a chance.
Even though y'all were cheating.
No,
you got me one fair and square. Yeah. Sheriff didn't get us fair and square. No.
Hey, Booty, tell the truth.
Yeah, you did it one time though.
I did 2 times, 3 times. I took the title, that's why I stopped. Stop it. Hey man, you always retire while you're ahead. But we ain't gonna sit here and talk about this. We ain't gonna argue about this because you know this ain't gonna keep it going. So what I'm gonna say is, hey, make it count. How you doing? Facebook Live, 100.7 FM at WUBZ with DJ Booty Rush and Hear Me TV. Tuskegee Virtual TV, channel 181 in town, channel 19 on campus with Pat Wallace, director, Kimberly Wright, and Jordan. Hey, and as always, we got CBTV
in the building,
baby, getting ready for this great show tonight.
Okay. Hey, and, you're looking at Channel 4. What you see on Channel 4 that's unusual?
What you see on there unusual?
Motor City in the house.
Motor City.
At the beginning of the show.
At the beginning.
That's right. She ain't playing hooky today.
Not coming in late.
That's right.
Hey,
well, her little juicy.
She deserves a round of applause.
Let's give a round of applause.
That's right.
Let's find them clapping.
She actually came to work.
Wow.
Let's find her a round of
Look at her smiling.
Hey. And look, we got 2 new guests in the house. We got Jethro Glover.
Okay.
And Jethro right here. And we got Jason Harrison in the house.
Right. In the building, y'all.
Yeah, in the building. So we're going to talk to them in just a few after we do this sheriff report.
Okay.
We're going to get on with the sheriff report here. On June the 6th, we have a total of 16 complaints today. Okay. So the complaints have gone up.
Yep.
Yeah.
We received 129 volunteer fire transmissions, 1,098 landline calls, 289 E911 calls, and 997 radio transmissions for a total of 2,403 contacts.
That's about the same as last week.
Just about. But the call volume doubled.
Right.
The call volume doubled. And I'm still surprised though, because the complaints are still lower,
right?
Especially being this time of the year,
right?
In the summer,
yeah,
right.
But on 6-1 County Road 59, we had harassment. On 6-1 Lower Tuskegee Road, we had a shooting into an occupied vehicle.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. On 6-2 County Road 30, we had a burglary. On 6-2, we had arrest for child support.
Watch out.
On 6-2 I-85 northbound, we had a property damage. On 6-3 Lelik Lane, we had information report. On 6-3 Bellquarter Road, we had menacing. On 6-4 I-85 northbound, mile marker 27, we had a reckless endangerment. On 6-4 Alabama Highway 81, we had a menacing. On 6-4, we had arrest for possession of marijuana. On 6-4, we had arrest for promoting prison contraband. Told y'all, do not bring that stuff to the jail.
Right.
And that was just crazy.
Stupid.
On 6-5 County Road 13, information report. On 6-5 Haddington Road, we had an information report. On 6-5, we had arrest for a capital murder. On 6-5, we had arrest for promoting prison contraband. And on 6-5, we had Highway 80 East trespassing.
Okay. Yeah.
So that report has doubled.
Yeah.
As far as complaints are concerned.
Right.
But we get busy during the summertime.
Absolutely.
But wait, listen about this prison contraband though. Mm-hmm. Who is stupid enough to? I mean, really, you in there already? You gonna just add up some more charges on yourself? Well, who's that stupid?
Hey,
really?
Man, I really don't understand that, but it's crazy, and you see, we catch a lot of people doing it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And now they're in jail with the person or the people they were bringing the contraband to.
Yeah, right.
And why in the world would you risk that?
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the story. A person walked in with a bag, and sometimes I let the trustees have some cigarettes or something for the work they do.
Right.
But when you put marijuana and other things in the bag, just walk in and say, "Here, I'm giving this to this person."
Right.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, yeah.
What's
And
that
the
TV
officer
show, Dumb
standing right
Criminals?
there?
Yeah.
Okay,
What's that
so
show,
you
Dumb
look in the
Criminals?
bag and see marijuana, so you finna go to jail too.
Yep.
Right.
And
Two
that's
for
where
one.
the person is.
That's right.
2 for 1.
And it's okay with me if they want to do that.
That's right.
You know, but you don't bring contraband. Contraband is anything.
That
You know,
is-
they're not allowed to have tobacco products. They're not allowed to have marijuana.
Cell
Not allowed to
phones.
have cell phones.
Right.
Yeah.
And those are the number one thing: contraband, cigarettes,
Right.
marijuana, cell phone. Those
Right.
are the number one things.
Right, right.
And people still try to bring them in to their loved ones, and maybe they're getting paid for it. But a little $20 or $30 you get to bring up,
It
they
ain't
worth
worth
the
it.
thousands of dollars you got to pay to get yourself out of
That's
trouble.
right. That's
Plus
right.
sitting in jail and being charged with these crazy charges.
That's right.
And maybe
You know,
losing your
red-handed,
job. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
caught
yeah.
red-handed.
Wow.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, another thing on here that you heard was the arrest on a capital murder, which my guys have worked hard, and I hadn't announced it yet with ABI, and we do have a person in jail for the murders that happened on 199
Oh,
about
wow.
a month ago.
Right,
And
right.
I hadn't made it public yet, but I did have to say this on here. So I'm just saying that we hadn't notified everybody yet, so I'm not going to talk about that.
Absolutely.
But we do have a person in jail,
Okay.
in custody for the murder, the one murder that happened on 199
Okay.
last month.
Can you tell
So,
if it's a male or female?
I ain't gonna say that.
Okay.
You know, but just have to thank, ABI and my guys at the Macon County Sheriff Department that worked so hard
Right.
to get this done, to bring some closure to the family. And there are some more arrests to be made in the near
Gotcha.
future on that.
Gotcha.
But we do have one in custody, and that's all I'm gonna say about that, because I hadn't gotten in contact with the families and done all that stuff.
That's
yet.
understandable.
Yeah.
That's
But
understandable.
just great job by everybody involved trying to get this done.
Right.
We're trying to make it a safer place and trying to punish the ones that need to be punished
Absolutely.
for these senseless crimes.
Right. Absolutely.
And these crimes like that are senseless.
That's right.
So I'm proud to say that tonight.
Okay.
And publicly I'll say that. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, to all the people that work so hard, and I can say, like I say, my guys at the Macon County Sheriff Department and the guys at ABI that came down every day and just worked so diligently on this. So,
Okay.
just have to say thank you to those guys.
Okay.
Okay. I guess those are the two main things.
Yeah.
And I saw one crazy on his shooting into an occupied vehicle.
Yeah.
With, we know we can't do that.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
And shooting into occupied vehicle could be attempted murder and some other
Yes.
charges.
Right. Right.
So I'm gonna have
Those
to see what which
major
way
felonies.
we're going on with that.
Those are major
But
felonies.
those are things that we don't want in our community, and we're definitely trying to prevent. But the main thing, that we are talking about during the summer and talking about is property things.
Yeah.
Because people are breaking into your homes.
Right.
People are stealing when you're not around.
Right.
People are stealing when you are around.
Right.
Yep.
And definitely look out for the scams. A lot of scams this summer, a lot of robberies, a lot of breaking and entering.
Right.
So make sure that we are, looking around, taking care of our neighbors, make sure the neighborhood watchers are doing what they're designed to do. And we have some great neighborhood watchers that do.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a neighborhood watch, please talk to us so we can try to help you get one started.
Right.
Because they are very important. And you do have to trust your neighbors, and you do want to help your neighbors.
Right.
Hey,
So,
but you see what's missing off that list.
What is?
We
it's
don't like
domestic.
domestic
We
violence.
don't
We
have
had
any
none.
domestic.
None.
It's
That's
Zero.
good.
And that's a great thing.
Zero.
You hear that, Miss
So,
Crenshaw?
hey, let's get a community
Yes.
round of applause.
Round of applause, y'all. Round of
Yeah.
applause right there.
Definitely want to say this before we get too far in the show. Our friend Brenda Brown came
Oh yeah.
before the show
Yeah.
started. Hey, thank you, Brenda, for my nice cold ice water, which is really great.
With the floaters
Hey,
in it.
she
Forget
gave,
about the cards
she
now.
gave
Oh,
everybody
yes.
a card
Card.
with a gift certificate, which is
Yeah.
really, really nice, and she always does something nice for us here on the show.
Right.
But what she also did was she brought some fans in
Right.
for our fan drive.
Yeah.
She got
And
six
she brought
fans.
6 fans in.
Check it out.
And we definitely have been talking about the Macon County Sheriff Department fan drive that's working here with WUBZ, trying to get a fan drive going on for the elderly.
Right.
And she brought us some fans.
6
which is
fans.
great. She brought us 6 fans.
That's right.
And Katrina Brown Smith, Wayne Wilson, Brenda Brown, Edith Cloud, and JT Cloud from Texas all sent the great donation here by giving us a fan each for our elderly here. So we got to get them around
We
the block.
gotta
Gotta
give
give
them
them
a
around.
round. We gotta give them
Yep.
a round of applause.
Hey, and that's great.
Big
That's a good
shouts
way
out
to
to
get
JT.
that's a
and
good
Peter.
way to get the fan drive
Big
started
shouts
too.
out to all of them.
Right,
That's a good
right.
start.
And for those of you who don't know, we're
Yeah,
doing
tell
a
'em.
fan drive, and we started last week to help the elderly and the people in need of a fan.
Right.
Try to stay cool, and maybe we can save somebody's lives with these fans
Absolutely.
over this hot summer.
That's right.
So the Macon County Sheriff Department and WBZ here and the guys, I thought it'd be nice to do a fan drive.
Oh yeah.
And we got some great pub from who was it, Albert?
Arinza
Thick Pen.
Thick Pen.
Thick
Pen.
Pen.
Rennie.
Yeah, there you go. Rennie Thick Pen.
Rennie.
Put some great stuff on Facebook
Okay.
and tried to help with the fan drive. And I
Yeah.
know he'll be doing that all week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go all week collecting fans until next week. And we're gonna collect them until we get at least 50 or 60 fans. That's
right.
gonna be the goal right
Yeah.
now.
50 to
And we
60.
can help 50 to 60 people.
That's right.
Right now, but we're gonna keep the fan drive going on after that.
After
Right.
that,
So please, if y'all have a fan, please call us, donate a fan, and we'll be out trying to collect some fans this week and next week, and we'll come on the show with your names of the people that donated. And please help your neighbors, man.
And look, listen, if you know some elderly person in your community that really needs a fan, give us a call.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know, you can call here at UBZ, or you can call out to the sheriff's department,
Right, right,
and,
right.
and let them know that you got a fan
Yeah, right.
for somebody, or you have a person that is in bad need of a fan.
Right, right,
Let us
right.
know.
That's right.
So I got to tell my deputies and everybody at the Macon County Sheriff Department, I'm gonna hit y'all up for a fan this week. So everybody get prepared because I'm gonna hit you up
Hit 'em
for a
up.
fan.
That's right. That's how you do
There
it.
you go.
Mary
Get to 50,
Davis,
60 quick.
Loretta, Wayne, Butch, all y'all guys in the office, y'all be the first, and then my deputies, Marcus, my investigators, Probo, all you guys, Collins, I'm gonna hit all y'all up.
We go back.
Gotta have a fan for the elderly, and
Got to.
we'll definitely appreciate that. But
Hey.
but y'all get ready to next week and tomorrow I'm gonna start hitting you up.
Okay.
Gotta have a fan
Yep.
to donate for the
Got
elderly.
to. Got
That's
to.
it.
Right,
That's
all
it.
right. We're gonna say here on Facebook Live, we got some people joining us already. I've said a lot of names. I'm gonna pick up where I stopped. Daniel Kelly says hello, laugh out loud. Albert Bull say fire rush to my. Oh, I can't say that bad word. Home for work. He rushed his butt home for work just in time to tune in. Y'all need to say I look forward. Hey, he say he look forward every week, man, and we definitely appreciate that, and definitely look forward to seeing your name on here.
That's
every
right.
week,
That's
man.
right. That's right. Albie.
We get used to you every week and your
Yeah.
comments, and that's
Right.
everybody that joins us.
That's right.
Definitely be glad to see you on here, and like we always say, it's a family thing.
Family
Yo,
time.
and he's,
we
he's
get to
2 hours
communicate.
away from us too.
Yeah, he 2 hours.
hours.
Yeah, he's out in Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, so that's
You
two,
said two
two,
hours.
2 hours.
two time zones away from us.
Oh,
two
you said two time
times.
zones.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 time
I thought you
zones
told me
away.
2 hours.
2 hours. I'm gonna say, hey,
But
way.
that's 2 hours. Two hours time zone.
Oh,
You know.
okay,
okay.
Yeah, so it's like 6 something there.
Okay, I got
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Clarence Swift. Hey, Clarence, how you doing? Angela Hamilton. Hey, Angie, how you
Angie,
doing?
what's up?
What's up?
Snoop Stinson says, hey now.
Snoop.
Angela say, hey, y'all, love y'all. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that,
Appreciate it,
Angie.
Angie.
Hey, Miss Kennebrew, Rita Kennebrew says,
Rita.
hey, Sheriff and crew, please send some of that heat my way. Y'all want some heat?
Y'all can have it.
Y'all can have
Hey,
it.
you can have it.
Ashley Pine is joining. Hey, Ashley, how you doing?
What's up?
And out of Freedom Martin, hey, out Frida from
Frida.
Dispatches on. How you
All
doing?
right.
And for y'all didn't hear, Anita Joy is with us. She
Anita.
says hello. Brenda Brown is watching.
Brenda,
Brunson. T. Brunson says, hey,
T.
y'all. Brenda Brown, good evening. And Brenda, we really appreciate everything.
Oh, yeah, man.
Anita Joy says, hope y'all doing great. Dre and Court, we are, and everybody here in the crew.
Right.
T says, Lil Jeremy says, hey, Papa.
Papa.
Hey, Nana. Harvey
Nana.
Johnson said, Jethro Bodine, my brother, what's up, Sheriff? And my sister-in-law, Kimberly Brown, is watching. Hey, Kim, how you doing?
All right.
My little grandson typed his name, Jeremy Cloud Jr. on here. And Harvey says that he's in Dallas, Texas on vacation,
okay.
headed back to Boston tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
And
okay.
Danielle Kelly says, yo, Savitra Reed is watching. My
Savitra
cousin
Reed, what's
Michelle David Nix is watching. Hey, cuz again. And of course, Roberta Crenshaw.
There she go.
And Albert
Yes.
Clarence Bull. Hey, now.
Albie.
And everybody
Yo.
says good evening.
Yeah.
And that's a good evening to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
We got some special guests.
yeah, we got some special guests
Guests
here
in the
tonight.
building.
Yeah.
And these young men, very bright here. And I was approached by these young men yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just, it threw me for a loop at first.
Right.
Because Jethro them came up to my car and said, hey, we were looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to do something for you. You always doing something for somebody. And really appreciate what the officers do here.
Right.
He said, Sheriff, we don't have to worry about getting beat up and disrespected and stuff like that with your officers. And he said he think that needs to be known.
Right. Okay.
And he said, we want to put on a cookout for the officers.
Wow.
Or do something good for y'all.
Right.
Because y'all do great things for us.
Absolutely.
And I was like, wow, man, that is something
Mind
for
blowing.
two young men to come and say to the sheriff.
Right.
Yeah.
So young man said he wanted to come on the show tonight.
Okay.
And say what he had to say.
Okay.
And here he is, here they are right here. And I just thought that was a great thing to say.
Great thing, man.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about how they have been treated and what they see.
Yeah.
From their perspective, not our perspective
Right.
about the police, but their perspective as two young men.
That's right.
Yep.
Two young black men.
Right.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
And what they see.
Absolutely.
So Jethro, come up here and tell me how did y'all come up with this idea, you and Jason here. So I'm gonna give you these headphones and let you talk.
So we're gonna give them guys a big round
Y'all
of
give
applause.
them a round of applause.
How y'all doing?
There you go.
How y'all doing?
You can use
everybody?
those.
Doing
Sir.
fine.
My name is Jethro Glover.
There you go.
T Snow on Facebook, but what the thing people really don't take the mind to think how an officer feel. I have kids, I have to go to work, and you have to understand these people when they go to work, they don't know if they coming home or not.
Right.
So sometimes people need to take the time out to see how the next person feel.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, long story short, we don't have none of the things that's going on around the country. A lot of the people have to deal with police killing folks and getting shot in their car, scared to come home. We really don't have that problem in Tuskegee and Macon County. Macon County really stands out, and they blessed. And with them being so blessed, I think that sometimes we need to show the appreciation that they don't get. Like being a police officer, to me, is like one of the most unappreciated jobs.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
That's true.
And I really appreciate you saying that, and everything you said is definitely true. And we talk about this every week.
Right.
We mention something about the job that the police officers have and what we try to do and what we try to bring to the community.
Right.
But for one of the young citizens to come and say that to me
right.
kind of touched me.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We're doing our job, and we're trying to do it the right way.
Right way. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
doing it the right way, we have to respect people to get respect.
That's
We have to
right.
give respect to get respect.
Absolutely.
And I've been knowing both of these young men for a long time because me being the school resource officer or whatever for security for all the schools here all these years, 23 years.
Right.
I got to see these young men grow up.
That's right.
Now, Jeffro. Jeffro did what he had to do.
Yeah.
Right.
I used to get Jeffro. He got suspended a few times. Had to spend a whole year with it alternative school.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But guess what? It was all respect.
That's right.
Jethro, why did you get in trouble at school?
Man, well, as you can see, I'm like maybe about 160 pounds soaking wet now. So I was a very little person, And then at that particular moment in time, I had a big afro, a bushy afro.
Right.
And, my mom told me now, don't put all this stuff in your head and stuff like that. But me not listening, being hard-headed, of course. I go to school and just seeing this Genuine video differences with the sparklers and all that. So, I went to school the next day, and some guy decided that it was a joke to come behind me and stick a lighter to my head. And,
Wow.
being in high school and have to go through that for, 3 more years.
Right.
You can imagine the type of things that a person would say to you.
Right.
So fighting was one of the ways to get people to leave me alone.
Okay.
Okay. So you ended up getting in a fight because of what that person did to you,
Yes, sir.
and you ended up going to the alternative school.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How was that experience?
Oh, it was actually more better. I try to make a silver lining out of anything, you know what I'm saying? I feel like God does everything for a reason.
Yeah, that's good.
It was able to get me away from some of the ridicule, some of the things that people were saying in school. So I was able to focus, and it actually got history one of my favorite subjects because my history teacher didn't want to send me no homework. So all I could do is just read the history book, and it over and over again, it just stuck there.
Right. Okay.
All right. But that's a great thing. That's a great thing. Because you were in trouble, did you get treated any different by me and other law enforcement officers there?
Nah. I'm not ashamed to say I'd have been to your home a couple times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And every time I done been there, you know, I done had people come to me the best way they can, you know what I'm saying? Even when they see you out in the street, it ain't all jack them up, put your hands behind your back, you know what I'm saying? People need to understand that, once again, these are these men's jobs.
That's
so
right.
with their being their job, it's best to work with them instead of trying to work against them, because they got to do their job.
Got to do the job.
So why would I get mad at Mr. Brunson if he see me doing the wrong thing? That's me. I'm not doing right.
That's right. That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Well, I definitely appreciate you saying that. And one of the things I do, and I don't just do this, I try to get my men to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
You treat people with respect.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? I get on my guys all the time. If they disrespect somebody, I don't have it. I don't like that.
That's right.
You know, we have a job to do, but you try to do it respectively.
Yes, absolutely.
But I tell you every week on the show, we got to win now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in the same token, we give you respect, you got to give us respect.
That's right.
You know, we're out doing a job that we have to do.
Right.
And there wouldn't be any need for the police if we came out there and let you tell us what you're going to do.
That's right.
When we know what we need you to do.
Absolutely.
You know, there wouldn't be any law and order.
That's right.
So we have to win by any means necessary, but there's nothing wrong with us being polite with what we do and caring about the community when we do it.
Right.
And I keep saying it touched me for this young man to come say that, knowing that I've been knowing him all these years.
Right.
You know, and even though I had to take him to the alternative school, I had to get him for fighting, had to get him for skipping class or skip, you know, those type of things. We always had a bond to where I could say, hey, man, you know you're wrong.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Take care of it like a man. I
That's
ain't
right.
never had to grab this man
That's
and treat
right.
him any other way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, come on, do the right thing. Let's go call your mama. Let's go here. Let's go here. You know you're going to get suspended. You know you're going to the alternative school. So just face it like a man.
That's right.
You learn from your mistakes.
learn.
And let this take you through life.
That's right.
And that's the kind of relationship I've had with both of these young men. And just like I say, it touched me to say that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I think what he's trying to do for law enforcement is a great thing to both of them.
Okay.
You know, he approached me and said they wanted to get a dinner for us, wanted to cook for the law enforcement, have some type of dinner, and just show their appreciation.
Right.
And I just thought that was a great idea.
Okay.
You know, and not for me to eat, because I eat a whole lot anyway, but just to be with the community.
Yes, absolutely.
Just to be with this young
Bonding,
man and
just
his friends,
bonding.
just bonding in the community.
That's right.
So I know when this young man can put it together, it'll happen. Definitely feel proud to be part of this community with things like that happening.
Right.
And just want to congratulate these guys and say thank you to these guys for saying and doing that.
Right.
Now, Mr. Harrison over here, Jason,
He got the camera.
I don't think Jason got in any trouble in school.
Quiet guy.
And, but we're going to let him come up and tell what he
Slide on up here, Jason.
And what he's seen
Slide
throughout the
on
years.
up here, my brother.
And Jethro, you definitely going to come back.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So get up here and say your name, put those on. Oh, these for me. Okay, he got his.
Okay.
So put those on and we're going to talk here and see what Jason has to say. Jason, how you doing?
I'm okay, Mr. Bruns. How y'all doing in Tuskegee tonight?
Hey, I like that.
Okay.
Everybody doing fine, brother.
Well, since Mr. Brunson don't know me for being in trouble because I always was the slick one. I mean, not slick like Buller or with close slick, but I was slick.
Yeah.
I always observe and scope first.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I had to do.
Yeah, I hear you.
I never got caught.
Right.
Never got caught until when I got out of school.
Okay.
That's when I met Mr. Brunson. That's when I met him.
Yeah,
Okay.
you had to come down to get some things taken care of, right?
Oh, yes, sir. A lot
But
of things.
definitely down at my house.
Yeah, it's your
Were you
house.
treated all right at my house?
Well, Mr. Brunson, we're on the air right now. So we're on the air right now, Mr. Brunson.
All
but
right.
I was treated good
Okay,
Right,
all
okay.
right.
as an inmate.
Right.
I was treated good. Mr. Brunson was the best.
Well, I
Always was
appreciate
there
that.
for the inmates, everything.
I
It comes
appreciate
out
that.
One of his inmates' mouth.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You know, and that just brought something that happened, to my mind when he said that. Man, something happened to me down there that I could never treat those guys wrong.
Right.
My dad died, a year and something ago. And do you know the inmates took up money for me and gave me a card?
The inmate.
The inmates took up money and gave me a card.
Wow, that's strong.
That's strong, man.
That's strong.
That's real strong, man. And that almost brought tears to my eyes just thinking about that just now.
Right.
And just thinking about the guys. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I have to tell them thank you too.
Right.
And maybe I didn't tell all of them thank you. You know what I'm saying? But I hope y'all listening, I really, really appreciated that, man. Them guys took up money and gave me a card.
Wow.
from the inmates
That's strong,
when my
yeah.
dad died.
That's strong.
You know what I'm saying? But Jason, I appreciate you saying that.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you don't have to come back to my house down there and visit.
I hope I don't either, Mr. Brunson. I was one of them that gave you some money for your card.
Well, I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
that, man. That's
Yes,
just
sir.
something different there,
Right,
man.
right.
And I appreciate that, man. And like I say, we try to treat everybody right. And of course, you know, everybody in jail not gonna think they being treated right because
Right.
you know they think we're supposed to feed them steaks every night and let them
Right.
eat all they can eat, and
Right.
you know, but we have to have rules and regulations down
That's
there.
right.
But definitely, we try to treat them the best we can.
That's right.
You know, the best conditions aren't down in a jail because you can't get up and go to the refrigerator every time you want. You
Right.
know, you can't get up and wash your clothes and clean yourself up every
Right.
time you want.
Right.
But we definitely try to take care of the guys. You know what I'm saying? Is you know, just hopefully they'll learn a lesson by coming down there.
Mhm. Absolutely.
But going to jail don't have to be a bad experience. Not like that. You know, we're gonna always treat you with respect,
Mhm.
and hopefully you can come out with the same attitude that Jason had there.
Right.
You know, with no bad experiences.
Right.
But it's hard enough being in jail.
Right. Right.
Some people get wrongly accused. You know, I can't say that everybody down there is guilty.
Right.
And I think all the guys are innocent until proven
Proven
guilty.
That's right.
And that's where you have to treat it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I try to handle my guys down there.
Mhm.
You know, some of them want to be slick, try to be slick, and that's okay.
Mhm.
That's what they do.
That's right.
But we have to understand that.
Mhm.
You know, we have to understand they get frustrated down there because, hey, I don't know how I act if I had to stay there and couldn't go home when
That's
I
right.
wanted to.
Yeah.
So we have to understand these things,
Mhm.
and you don't treat them bad
That's
for
right.
that.
That's right.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate y'all saying and doing what you did and what you said. And y'all guys have to come back to the show another time. Both
Right.
of y'all.
Right. Right.
Yes,
Y'all,
sir.
You both guys speak well.
Right.
Intelligent guys.
Right.
You know, do what you're supposed to do.
That's
Do what
right.
you're supposed to do. Take care of your families.
That's right. Learn
You
something
know,
from it.
teach and learn
Yes,
from
sir.
it. That's
Learn
right.
from it, yeah.
Take care of your family. So, like I said, I appreciate everything, man. And I know y'all guys probably got something to do. Jethro, Jason said we'll be talking to y'all later on. You know, so y'all give them a round of applause,
Let's give him a
man.
brother a round of applause, y'all. Maybe they can come back after.
Yeah,
after
maybe
the
they come back.
cookout.
I was going to
After
say,
the cookout, yeah.
well,
Yes,
you
sir.
know what? I was
Tell how
going
they
to ask both of them. You know, I was going to ask both of them individually, and since Jason already sitting up here, I'm going to ask him. You know, what do you see out in society right now with police officers and what's going on other places compared to what's going on here with the police officers?
Well, Mr. Brunson, other cities and stuff, I think they is not properly trained right. Well,
Okay.
in Tuskegee, my city, I know my police officer is trained right. I know.
And you know
Because this
what?
is my city.
You know, that's a great thing to say, but we always talk about training and education of the police officers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I guess that is a great point.
Right.
That is a great point. Your officers has to be trained right to deal with people.
That's absolutely.
And I think one of the most important points of that is we have the luxury of knowing the community.
Absolutely.
And in my case, I definitely have advantage because I've known these guys from kindergarten
All the way up.
all the way up.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And that's for 3 different generations.
Absolutely.
Being at the school so long,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I just know these kids and the family. So
Right.
that is definitely an advantage for me and my guys and the guys that have been here.
Right.
So training, knowing the community definitely helps.
Right.
And we're not so, okay, go ahead.
Okay, so a couple of years ago, the first time I interviewed Sheriff Brunson was in his office, and it was right after these 2 high-profile murders, one in Baton Rouge and one up in Missouri, I think. And these young men died a couple of days apart, and I went and talked to the sheriff, and that was the same point he made. I train my guys. We're not trained to just go in there guns blazing and just come and take people down like that. We talk to them and try to communicate. So he made that point a couple of years ago. So you're right. You're on the right track.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's definitely a great point, and that makes me go back to, hey, that was when I first started.
Right.
You know, we're talking about 5 years ago.
Right.
You know, 5 years ago when we started talking about doing the show and you got me on here, you know, and we talking about, hadn't been doing the show that long, but we talked about it then. Right. Talked about the possibility of doing the show and communicating with what's going on with our police officers today and our deputy sheriffs. And people call all of us police officers.
Right.
Definitely, we're deputy sheriffs, police officers, whatever you want to call us.
Law enforcement.
But law enforcement brothers.
Brothers, yeah.
But that's a great point you made about that. And it is all about educating your officers
got to.
and having the temperament to be a police officer. And you definitely have to have the temperament to be a police officer.
Absolutely.
And I think here in Macon County we do have advantage on that because we are a close-knit community, and
Right.
pretty much everybody knows everybody.
Absolutely.
So that gives us an advantage.
Right.
And one of the things I'm gonna definitely always preach is community relations with these guys,
Right.
with these families.
Okay.
And we're not supposed to go in guns blazing,
yeah.
pulling a gun
Yes,
on all
sir.
these guys
Right.
and things like that. And I don't know if y'all saw the clip on Facebook just the other day. Young black man was sitting in the car and the police officer pulled a gun on him and told him to turn off his car. And but the police officer kept saying he got a gun, he got a gun,
yeah, I saw that.
and told him to reach in and
Right.
turn off his car. And then he'll say he got a gun, he got a gun. Young man didn't have a gun.
He didn't have a gun.
Young man kept saying, no, you want me to reach in the car so you can shoot me, and I'm gonna
Right.
keep my hands outside of the car.
Yep.
And the guy kept saying he got a gun, saying to the other officer, but the guy did not have a gun.
Right.
And he was telling the young black man, reach in your car and turn it on. The young black man kept saying, no, I'm not going to, because you're going to try to shoot me. I do not have a gun. And why do you keep saying he has a gun?
Right.
He has a gun.
Right.
And he made a great point there, and that young man stayed calm and did exactly what he was supposed to do because I do believe that police officer would have shot him.
Yeah.
The way he was acting, he would have shot that young man.
He got my hands. I saw that.
You
one.
saw that.
And
That
then
was
he
just-
told him to come in. You cut it off.
You
then.
told him to cut it off and then told somebody else, y'all please turn off my car.
That's right. Yep.
End result
did.
where the young man didn't do what this police wanted, so he ended up snatching the young man out the car, which was just definitely the wrong thing to
Right,
do.
right.
And I think he got suspended, pending termination or whatever. But that young black man was very smart.
You so did.
So I'm gonna tell y'all that is a learning point.
That's right.
Don't just make sudden moves when you're out and the police officer have a gun on
Right,
you.
right.
And I keep saying we do have bad police officers.
Yes, we do.
It's a difference between doing your job, staying safe, and just being a bad officer. And I didn't agree with what happened there.
Right.
And I don't usually cross my brothers. I usually don't say anything wrong, but that disturbed me.
Right.
That one definitely disturbed me,
you.
and that's not good policing there.
Right.
Now, see, you know how I feel about this, right?
Instigator.
You know how I feel about this. You better play my music.
Let me. We got to unleash the instigator, y'all. Let me see. Here we go.
Okay.
Here you go.
Now, you guys know that I'm like the young man over there. I've had run-ins with the law several times in my life. In Auburn, in Montgomery, in Atlanta. And the thing is, I've never had a bad experience here, okay? And I'm over 50 years old, and I've never had a bad experience in Macon County or in Tuskegee because it's a different environment here. It's a different culture. When you're in those other cities, Macon County or Lee County, I call them out right there because they've been rude to me every single time. You see a black man in the car, he's suspicious, no matter what. And so that's why I stay right in Macon County as much as I can. When I go to these other counties, I get nervous because I don't know who I can trust. I've seen officers do the same thing, snatch people out of cars. I've seen them wrestle women to the ground.
Right.
I saw one incident where they wrestled a pregnant woman to the ground.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Right.
What's she gonna do?
Right.
So in this community, like the sheriff says, it's about better training. And because like when we were there at the briefing for the rodeo,
Yeah.
when the sheriff gave the briefing, and he told everybody to respect these folks, let them have fun. He wasn't hardcore, get everybody.
Yeah.
There's a whole different environment here, and it
Right.
makes a big difference that we have law enforcement that does care about the community.
Right.
They're not trying to be punitive. You see what I'm saying? They're not trying to be punitive.
Right.
But you still got to be careful.
Yeah.
With
You gotta do
any
your
law
job. That's
enforcement,
right.
you got to be respectful.
That's right.
Because you do not want to get kidnapped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They go down to the big house.
Yeah, go down to the big house. But all of that is very important. I'm gonna let Jethro say what he had to say here.
I think one of the real big issues is like down here in Macon County, you take the time to get to know the officers before you just directly hire them. In Montgomery, Chicago, New York, Detroit, they so in bad of need of officers that they not taking the time to go through prior jobs and prior things to see did they have any type of domestic issue or did they have problems at their other jobs and things like that. But instead of in Macon County, you just not automatically finna just put your paper in, hey, I want to be a sheriff, and just think that's gonna be it. I get a badge and a gun.
Right.
Yeah.
And just like in some states, they may do that because, like I said, they need police is so bad that they ain't even taking the time to even train them or even screen them the proper way.
Right. Well, you know what? That's major right there. I told these young men were bright. Told these young men were bright. Yeah. So that's another thing too. And I know we do screen our officers, and I sit down and talk to them all personally before I hire them.
Right.
And one of the things I explain to them before I hire them, and I tell them, hey, you have to be the person that I am. You have to be an extension of me.
Right.
And one thing that I do, I love the community, and I try to protect this community.
Mm-hmm.
We do run into some bad people. We do have criminals.
Right.
It's unfortunate that we say we do have there's criminals everywhere.
That's right.
But even the criminals, most of the time, when you treat them with respect, they'll come and do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't get me wrong. We're going to protect ourselves, and we're not going to be soft by any means. We're not going to be soft.
Absolutely.
But we're going to definitely give you a chance to make the first move.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to treat us with respect, we're going to treat you with respect.
Absolutely.
If you're going to take it up a notch, we're going to have to take it up 2 notches.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We're going to have to.
You got to win.
We got to win. But we're going to definitely try to do it the right way. But running up with a gun and trying to deal people like that, we ain't going to do it.
Okay.
And you definitely got to respect people to join my team.
Okay. Meanwhile, we're gonna take a break, and we're going to do the drop real quick, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, Tuskegee, make sure you watch the Macon County Sheriff's Report with Sheriff Andre Brunson every day at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuskegee Virtual TV, Channel 181 in town, and Channel 19 on the TU campus, hosted by DJ Booty Rush. Be sure to check out our live stream every Thursday evening on YouTube at Tuskegee Virtual. We're keeping Tuskegee in the know.
And you know this. And you know this.
And you know this, man.
And know this, man.
We're back.
Hey, we back here. Like I said, we got a couple great young men here in the audience tonight that have joined the show. I can't say it in the audience because they part of the show tonight.
That's right.
But I'm going to go back here with Facebook Live here. Ms. Crenshaw says June is Cancer Survivors Month. Let's give a shout out to all the survivors. And that's a great deal. Let's give a shout out to all the survivors.
All the survivors.
Give a big round of applause.
Cancer survivors.
Let's give a round of applause.
That's right.
And that's great right there. And thank you, Ms. Crenshaw, for that.
Thank you, Ms. Crenshaw.
King Jacquez Pride, one of my football players. Hey, Jacquez, how you doing? Thanks for joining the show. Adrian Taylor's watching. Hey, Adrian, how you doing? Alfreda Martin said, yes, we are definitely blessed here in Tuskegee and Macon County area with regard to many, many things. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, and thank you, Ms. Martin, for saying that.
Okay.
And Ms. Martin is one of my great dispatchers over at Macon County Sheriff Department.
Okay.
And probably working tonight. I'm not sure if she's working tonight, but thanks for joining us. And if she is working, I hope everybody can hear me over at the Macon County Sheriff Department, especially over there in dispatch. And in the back in the jail, I want to tell y'all thank you for what you do.
Okay.
Definitely my dispatchers are the lifeline of the Sheriff Department. They keep the guys safe and they keep the guys on their toes.
Right.
So I want to tell everybody, and I just have to give a shout out to everybody at the Macon County Sheriff Department. Thank you for doing what you do.
Big shouts out.
And Jackie Denise Baldwin is joining. Hey, Jackie, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Kim Brown says, hey, everybody, keep doing a wonderful job. Sheriff Department, we are proud. And thank you for saying that, sister-in-law. We're proud of you, too, and just proud of everybody here in the Sheriff Department. And she works up at the courthouse.
Okay.
So we definitely want to give a shout-out to everybody over at the courthouse. Thank you. Larry Brown says, hey, Dre, what's going on? Hey, how you doing, brother-in-law? Thanks for joining us here, Larry Brown.
Hey.
Howard Red is watching. Hey, Howard, how you doing? Malik Hurd is watching. Hey, Malik, how you doing? And he says, hey, Coach. Hey, Malik, how you doing again? So he said, Jay is my little brother that should explain it all. Laugh out loud. Brian Kennedy, my nephew, is watching. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Appreciate you doing this, nephew. Clipper Cut King says 100. Appreciate that over there, Clipper Cut King.
Clipper Cut
Thank
King
you.
Clipper Cut King in the building.
In the building.
I'm coming to see you, Clipper Cut.
And does a great job over there, Clipper
Oh,
Cut.
yes,
don't they?
sir, brother.
Joe Turner said, great show. Love hearing from the citizens. Our economic development team admires what you are doing. New jobs and economic hope for a living wage will help prevent bad choices. And that is so true.
That's right.
That's a true thing.
That is.
That's
Retail activity at the interstate and expansions at Hanson Logistics, all and other projects are here now. Appreciate your full partnership from the sheriff office in these efforts. And thank you, Joe. Saw you at lunch today with a team there. And, man, you always working even when you eating lunch, man.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate all you do. Hey, and we can look out at Exit 38 and see the progress.
Exit 38 gonna be great.
Yeah, man. And have you seen them? They getting ready for
yeah.
the foundation, man. Things are definitely moving out there. And we not just talking.
Right.
But Joe made a great point, man. You know, you get these jobs, man, that help these young guys make better choices.
That's right.
And that is on the real. Economics and crime play hand in hand.
That's right. It's hard.
Yes.
It's hard to commit a crime with a pocket full of money.
Yeah. Well, but you know the thing about it is, if you're getting a regular paycheck, you're not going to do anything to jeopardize
That's
that.
right. That's right.
You know what
man.
I'm saying? You get taken down there to the sheriff's house, and then you might lose that
You
job.
might lose that. And guess what, man? These guys want to work, man.
Yeah, they do.
Most of the guys and girls legitimately want to take care of their families the right way.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
And you get a job, you have a sense of pride.
That's right. Sense of pride.
You have a sense of pride in what you're doing.
That's right.
Yep.
And that's very important. People look at these young guys and they see young black guys. Hey, man, you need to look at young, smart men
That's right.
who want to take care of their families.
There you go.
Who want to do the right
There
thing.
you go.
And we have to show them the way.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
And
right.
with these jobs and job opportunities, we're going to cut down on crime.
That's right.
You know, and let these young men keep their heads high. Let them feel that sense of pride for
Yep.
taking care of
That's
their
right.
families, taking care of grandma and mama who
There you
took
go.
care of
There
them.
you go. There
Yep.
you go.
Grandma and mama
Mama.
is so important
That's right.
in this whole thing.
That's right.
And these guys know grandma and mom took care of
That's
them.
right.
And all they want to do is take care of them.
That's right.
And that's what most men.
That's right.
Hey, we are very family structured.
Right.
You know, and we got to give these young guys the opportunity.
That's
I
right.
tell you what, Joe said it was a few hundred jobs out there.
Oh, man, and it's
There's
going to be
a
more.
few hundred, yeah.
And it's going to be more. You put 100 men to work, 100
Yep.
women to work, and see how that helps the economy.
Yes.
You give everybody a sense of pride and a sense of hope
That's right. That's
for
right.
their young kids.
Get
And it's a
workforce
boost to
ready.
the, and it's a boost to the tax
And
base
it's a
too.
boost. That's
Yep.
right.
Yep.
So appreciate everything out there, Joe, and appreciate the community. And you watch us work, baby. You just watch us work.
Okay.
Larry Brown says, I agree that we should respect law enforcement. With that said, law enforcement should get more training in areas of bias and diversity.
Right.
And that is true.
Right. Yeah.
That is definitely true.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and I agree with you on that 100%. But we always have to say and put this point in there. Sometimes you just have bad police
That's
officers.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's going to always be in the equation. You can train people, teach them this, teach them how you want to act. But some people slip through the lines
That's right.
who don't mean us no good,
That's right.
man.
You're right.
I can see when
You're right.
accidents happen, I can see, some officers just plain scared because they don't know. It's the not knowing that makes them jump the gun a lot of times.
But so you saw the video where the young man got killed up in Missouri. He was scared. You could see that video. He was terrified.
Yeah, he was terrified.
Yeah.
Right.
Why would you be terrified if the man has a woman
with
and a child in the car?
But with
Why not
training,
training?
Yep.
and teaching them diversity.
Yeah.
And how
That's
to
a good
deal
point.
with other people helps.
Yeah.
And it might prevent them from being afraid of being scared.
That's right.
We got 5.
Okay, and Quinice Shepard, appreciate that comment.
Yeah.
And Quinice Shepard, one of my great female officers, says 46 strong.
46 strong.
And I have to congratulate Quinice because she just finished their school.
Okay.
And she's going to be in the schools this year. Man, that's a great opportunity
Right.
and a great thing. And I've always said I wanted to get Dare back into the schools. And guess what? Bacon County, we have Dare back in the
Dare
schools.
is back, y'all.
And your Dare officer will be Officer Quinice Shepard.
Okay.
And
Great,
we have to
great.
give her a round of applause.
Let's give a round of
Yay.
applause, y'all. Here we go. All right, we're back.
That is a good point.
And CBTV just made a great point. We talk about having bad officers. You have bad doctors. You have bad lawyers. We have bad people in every walk of life.
That's right.
Every
right.
profession.
Every
profession.
You have bad people. Everybody's not there for the right thing, and that is a great point.
Yep.
Great point.
And I always talk about the bad officers, but guess what? You have bad other people in other professions
That's
too.
right.
But the police officers just stick out so much, and people say, "Hey, that's a bad officer there. That's a bad officer." When you have bad people
Right.
in this world today,
Right.
and keep saying you have criminals all over the world today,
right.
and where you have criminals, you're gonna have crime.
That's right.
You know, and people always say, "Hey, we need to talk about this." You can talk about everything you want. You might say one or two, but guess what? You still gonna have criminals.
Yep.
Well, discussion not gonna help them.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we
right.
have to understand that.
Yeah.
All the visibility that we put out there, all the effort we put out there, if you have a criminal, it's still not going to help
Yeah.
that.
That's right.
Criminal going to find a way to
That's
do
right.
what they're doing
That's
because
right.
that's what criminal minds do.
We got
So
three,
we
man.
actually have to realize that, but appreciate all of that in the comments.
Okay.
Clipper Cut King says 100, gave the heart of love and says 100, and we appreciate that.
Yo.
And Bobby Baker Jr., one of my nice, good young officers, joined us there. He's watching.
What's
What's up,
Bobby
Bobby?
Baker is our field training officer, man. He does a great job.
Great.
Man, I had to tell you, Bobby got a great heart too, man.
Yeah.
And y'all know Bobby from working at the city, and man, he came over to me, man, and just a great officer.
Right.
You know, great family, man. Him, his wife, just great family people. And
Good folk.
I can just say most of my guys are great family
Yeah,
people.
right.
And we do a lot of things together with the families, man. I just appreciate all of them and everybody.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to say thank you to everybody that works with me. Thank you for being there for me. Thanks to the community. Thank you, Macon County, period, for having me as your sheriff.
Right.
And I just want you to know I'm trying to do the right thing for everybody.
Right. Right.
You know, definitely you call me with a problem, I'm definitely do everything I can to help you and know that we're out there riding and trying to protect you and your property. You know, just know that's what we are doing.
Right.
And shout out to everybody in Macon County. Shout out to everybody, my family. Shout out to everybody joining us on Facebook Live. Thank you. And thank you, Kimberly Pointer, for joining us here. I see you.
Yo,
Kimberly
Kim.
Kim.
Okay, my shout outs. I want to give first of all, shout out to my son, Izzy, out in Las Vegas, doing great things. Also, I want to give a shout out to my mom and her roommate, Pawa Lynn. You remember her?
Wow.
And shout out to Albert Bulls, my buddy out there in Seattle. And also, my sister Najwa also. But the last thing I want to tell everybody, for radio and for Facebook Live, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, Diane Robinson's play Through the World, the World Through My Window. I just saw it tonight. It is excellent. It's one of the best ones she's ever done.
Wow.
I mean, there's some really, really good acting in there.
Wow.
So that's tomorrow at 6:00 p.m., Saturday at 3, and Sunday at 3. And those are my shout outs.
All right. I want to give a big shout out to my wife and kids. Love you guys. I want to give a big shout out to the guys at this station right here, 100.7 WUBZ. That's the communicator, Sylvester McPherson. That's the co-pilot, Andre Fields. And myself, they call me the connector, DJ Buddha Rush.
Oh, yeah, we got to give a shout out to
Also, we're going to give a
Motor
big
City,
shout
yeah.
out. I want to give a big shout out to the crew right here. Kim Motor City in the building. She here early today. Big shouts out to Jordan. We got CBTB in the building. Also, we're going to give a big shout out to the young men that came in and illustrating how they feel about the police officers and the sheriff and law enforcement, period. We also want to give a big shout out to Brenda Brown in the building.
Brenda Brown in the house.
Hey,
with
big
this
shout out
great
to-
cold water,
Cold
man.
water.
Great cold water.
She done gave us cards. She done brought in 6 fan, man. Big shouts out to JT. Big shouts out to Eno up there in Texas, man. She went all the way to Auburn to pick up those fans. And don't forget about people. We having a fan drive here in Macon County, so you can get those fans up to the radio station, or you can get them to the sheriff department. Get those fans. We having a fan drive. We're trying to get up to 50 to
50 to 60 fans.
before we
Yep.
start giving
Before we
them out.
start giving them out.
And then we're gonna keep doing it all
Right.
summer
That's
long.
right.
Keep bring it
doing
We
on.
gotta
Bring
keep
it
our
on.
people cool, keep them cool, keep
Bring
them
it
cool.
on.
Hey, we could save a life.
Save a life.
Definitely keep our elderly cool during the
elderly
summer
cool,
days,
that's
these
right.
That's it.
hot summer days. I got one more thing to say before we go. And Scooter Beasley
Okay.
up at Beasley Collision Center and his wife did something similar to what they're talking about. They came, they got with C&M Rolling Barbecue. You ever had some C&M Rolling Barbecue?
Not seeing them.
Man, they do a great job.
Okay.
And the collision center came out and brought the barbecue man with him and fed my guys at the sheriff department,
Wow.
which was a great
Ooh-wee.
thing, man. That was powerful. And that shows you what, and I'm proud of that, what the community thinks and what they're doing here.
Right.
And that was a great thing, too. So I got to give a shout out to Scooter Beasley and his wife and C&M Rolling Barbecue.
Rolling barbecue.
And if y'all have time, y'all get some of that C&M Rolling Barbecue, man.
C&M Rolling barbecue.
Yes, sir. When he rolled up, the food was already ready.
That's what I'm talking about. Roll up
Barbecue,
ready.
chicken, potato salad, baked beans, all the trimmings. Great job, guys. Appreciate everything. Scooter Beasley. Thank you, brother.
That's been our time, people. We got to get up out of here. This is June. It's the first sheriff report of this month right here. June the 6th, 2019 is one day we won't see again. We'll see y'all next go round. Make sure y'all share this program. Share it. Tell a friend.
Everybody share.
Share. And we're about. See y'all next time.
Thank you guys here for joining us here. And